Hello, how are you? Going to do a quick video today on something that can be problematic in the law firm, and it's a rookie mistake. And it doesn't matter what age you are or how much education you have. If you're not used to answering the telephone within the legal workplace, or any workplace for that matter, but let's focus on the legal workplace, then it could make for a very unhappy situation. Now, one of the things that we always check with the attorney on, we don't go ahead when a client calls and we don't make appointments. You know, it's, I'm getting ready to go get a haircut, just a trim. You know, I make those appointments, that's easy breezy, but that's for me. When we're answering the phone on behalf of the attorney, we have to always check with the attorney. You don't rush ahead and think, well, they want you to do a will and you do wills, so let's set it up for tomorrow at 11. You don't know that the attorney hasn't made another appointment, and anyway, he may or she may have questions to ask that potential client. My attorney, when I worked in estate planning where we did wills and durable power of attorney and all of that stuff, living wills, my attorney made the appointment, I did the documents. So there's a division of duties there. My attorney retrieved some of the information and didn't retrieve all of it, so often I had to call the client back, introduce myself, and get that info. That happened regularly. There was no way that I could fix that particular thing, okay? So when a potential client calls, or a current client, one that's already using that attorney for some issues, right? You've got to have a pad nearby, and one of the things you should do is exactly what a journalist does. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Write that down. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Answer all those questions if you can for the attorney. So who is calling? What are they calling about? You also have to mark down the time, the date. Do they need a call back? What was their question? You can't give any clients legal advice. Okay, you don't have a license to do that. So who, what, you got the who and the what, when, maybe they're telling you something, and when should the attorney call them back? When is a good time where they will be available? They will actually answer the phone so the attorney's not wasting his or her time. Where? Did something happen in a certain place? Is that what they're trying to say? See if all those questions, who, what, when, where, why, how, can be answered, okay? Get detailed information so that the attorney doesn't have to pull all that out of the client. That's one of your huge values. You're going to get all the information that you can without getting into law or what this client should do, because they will ask you what they should do. What do you think they should do? Well, what you should do is not give that answer, okay? So you state, well, I'll have to speak with the attorney. You know, you always have to shift it over to the attorney taking care of giving advice. You should visually see a red flag going up when you're on the phone with a client as to, I can't answer that, and say, I'll have to speak with my attorney on that and get back. Either one of us will get back. Now, if they're adamant that they speak with the attorney, you can't promise that the attorney is going to call them. Say, let me talk with the attorney first, put them off a bit, and run this by the attorney. They may not want anything to do with this particular case that the client has described, okay? The attorney has to want to take that case, or feel they can win it, or feel they can perform everything that needs to be done on that case, and they may have to refer it to somebody else. You know, if somebody went through a lawsuit already, your attorney may not handle anything that has to go back into the court system on appeal. So don't make appointments. Don't give answers as if you were the attorney. You are the attorney's assistant. Okay? So I can't say this enough, get as much detail without crossing any lines. You're asking just for information. If they ask when the attorney's coming back, don't commit to that, because even if you know, you don't want them calling again, you know, and just keep on calling. You've got to take that ball in your court and say, the attorney will give you a call. You know, first of all, I will talk with the attorney. And if they start pushing for when will he call back, say, well, when is a good time for you? Give me some times that would be good for you. So they're not sitting by the phone waiting, because your attorney may be in court, in hearings, maybe at a deposition. And so you cannot promise all this. That you may think they're going to be back at 3 and they never come back to the office. And now what do? So don't promise that they will call back at a specific time. If, you know, get flexible times that they're available, that that afternoon or into the next day. And don't promise a thing. Okay? So your etiquette when you're answering the phone, if you are sitting at the reception desk, most of the time they want you to say the name of the law firm, and it may be several names. You write it down and have it in front of you because you won't remember. If you are at a desk that is not affiliated with the reception area, you're just in your own cubicle, office, space, whatever, most of the time you're going to say something else. You know, you're going to say, identify yourself. It's a pet peeve of mine. When I call anywhere and no one says who they are, I always ask for the name of whom I'm talking to, because I want to write that down, the date, the time, and the person I'm talking to, so I know who to contact afterwards. That's a good habit to get into. So when somebody's calling you, identify yourself. This is Sabrina. This is Jennifer, whoever, identify yourself. You don't have to say your last name, and say, how may I help you? Okay? Too many people just answer the phone and go, law firm. I mean, that is ridiculous. That's so unprofessional. And I've heard attorneys answer that way. So that's it for this video. Take that to heart, because you will be answering phones. Ask the office manager, usually even a small law firm, unless it's a one attorney law firm. Ask someone already working there, how do I answer the phone? And get that information, write it down on a notepad or sticky that you can keep right in front of you, because honestly, when I'm in a new law firm, I cannot remember the name. And that's, that I've done that forever, and that's okay. Just have it in front of you, and the attorney's names that you're working with, so it just kind of sticks in your mind. But call the attorney when you're speaking to the client. Call the attorney by Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so, Ms. Don't call them by their first names. Okay, you call them to the client by a more professional name, not so casually. Okay, so that you have a more business-like attitude in the law firm. Even if in the law firm, I called my attorney and all my attorneys by their first names, but when the client was around, I would say, Mr. So-and-so or Ms. So-and-so, would you like me to blah, blah, and I would have that kind of decorum in front of the client, on the phone too. All right, so that is it for today. I hope that was helpful. So let's see, what do I have for you all? There's a webinar on getting more callbacks. I would highly recommend you watch that. And you can scroll below and you can see postings about that, okay? There's the Paralegal Career Secrets Black Book, and you can scroll down and look for that, and you'll see a book with chains on it, and click that link. And then the last thing would be the Paralegal Resource Hub. You need to go and get involved in that hub. Sign up, access all the videos and PDFs in there, and you scroll down and you'll see a graphic that'll say Paralegal Resources Hub, and get involved with that. That's all for you. There's no catch, there are no strings. Just go sign up for that and get in there and watch some of those videos in there about different areas of law that are very hot, and it will continue to be hot for 2021, and other videos that you will enjoy. Okay, have a great day, and I will talk to you in tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.